Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. This is my very first YouTube video. I'm actually getting ready for my girls' night. Very first girls' night in a long time. Hallelujah. I won't be without kids. I will be without kids. What? Anyways, so this is a look I came up with. It's a fun, colorful look. I like to do fun things whenever I'm going out with my girls. So if you'd like to see how I came up with this look, keep on watching.
Okay, so let's start off with the Lancome La Base Pro Pore Eraser. It's oil free. It feels wonderful on the skin. I have very texturized skin, so this helps smooth everything out as well as minimizing my pores. I love the way it feels on my skin. It mattifies it as well because I have super oily skin, so it just feels wonderful all around. For brows, we're going to use the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit in shade number 5. This brow pencil is awesome. I absolutely love the color, so I'm going to put this color on real quick, and I'll be right back. Using the NYX Eye Shadow Base primer, I'm going to carve out my eyebrows with this BH Cosmetics 102 flat brush. I really like this brush for anytime I'm doing something as far as like defining the brows or doing a cut crease. This is the brush I typically use. I just feel like I have a better handle on this and control of what I am doing. I actually like to shape out my brows this way, especially if I'm doing like some sort of dramatic look or with color, like I said. And I do apologize. I didn't realize my daughter was underneath the camera as I was putting my makeup on. And so if it gets a little bumpy, that is my child. She's saying hello. Once I finished applying that NYX eyeshadow base all over my lid, I'm going to use my ring finger to kind of smooth everything out. And using your ring finger is actually the gentlest way to do this over your eyes. Next, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to kind of set my eyeshadow base down with a Luxie 140 detailed tapered blender brush. That is a mouthful. But yes, this is what I use to set it all so that way I can apply the eyeshadow. For the eyes, I'm going to be using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. I love this palette. With a Morphe M502 brush, I'm going to grab Safe Word. This is a beautiful transition shade. It's like a nude color. So I'm going to pack that on the corner of my eyes and use windshield wiper motions to kind of work my way inward. And like I said, my daughter's underneath the camera. With an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, I'm going to be picking up Androgyny. And this color I'm going to work in my crease and kind of blend it in with Safe Word to kind of give my eyes a little more dimension. Again, using windshield wiper motions to kind of blend everything together. With a Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush, I'm picking up Fetish, which is a beautiful red color in the Androgyny palette. I'm going to be creating a halo with this color, making sure to keep that color right on the outside of my eyelid, sweeping over top in the crease, making sure I kind of blend it towards the inner corner. This brush actually gives me very good control over this. So making sure I keep that right there in the inner corner and on the outside. With that fluffy Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, I'm kind of just going over top of all of that and blending it all together. It did have a little bit of androgyny on it, so it's making it very easy to blend. Next, I'm going to grab this Stila Magnificent Metal Liquid Eyeshadow in Kitten Karma. This is a beautiful pink champagne color that's going to tie this whole look together. Whenever Stila came out with these liquid eyeshadows, these are absolutely gorgeous. I have 2 other ones. I'm definitely going to be doing looks on them, so don't worry. You guys will definitely see more of this. So I'm packing this all over in the middle to kind of intensify the halo. I'm also going to pick up a Sigma E56 Performance brush to kind of flatten everything out and smooth everything into the fetish color. So I'm blending it all together, making sure it's nice and beautiful. Once this is nice and blended in to where I like it, I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera. So I'll be right back and start with my foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Lancome Ultra Wear in 320 Bisque W with a damp beauty blender. And I'm going to be blending that all over my skin, making sure it's nice and blended. So everyone has their own way of putting on foundation, right? And so therefore I have my own. And when I put my own foundation on, I love to make a million faces. So, yeah, my monkey face will come out again. Watch, here we go. Dab, 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 dab. My ears, dip, dip, there's the monkey face. I gotta make sure I get my creases, y'all. Gotta make sure I get my creases. Now to conceal, y'all already know it's gonna have to happen. It's the Shape Tape by Tarte. And I am in shade medium. This concealer is absolutely beautiful. I love it. At first, when I first tried it, I wasn't too fond of it, only because it was a little thick for my taste. Like I said, I do have oily skin, so I tend to not gravitate towards concealers that feel kind of heavy. And to me, when I first put this on, it was a little heavy, but after getting used to it, it's just beautiful. You kind of have to get away from, and plus it's so hydrating. I didn't think with my skin being super, super oily that I would want something so hydrating. However, I don't know if you guys know this, but your pores that are underneath your eyes actually do not secrete oil. So you do, you do need a concealer that is hydrating, and a Shape Tape from Tarte is absolutely hydrating, and it doesn't leave me creasy at all. I love this concealer. So I did my under eyes, I did my nose, highlighting my Cupid's bow and my chin. Once my concealer is done and in place, I'm going to grab my Wet Beauty blender and blend that into my skin. I'm going to set it with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And yes, I made the face. Let's get past it. It's done. It's over. Now, with a Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki brush, I'm going to grab the powder that was left in the cap of the setting powder container and just set my whole face with it, and just using dabbing motions and then kind of sweeping it across everywhere. And it is okay. My foundation is nice and set. It looks great. Let's finish my eyes up. I'm going to grab a Luxie 221 flat definer brush, and I'm picking up Fetish. That is, again, that red color to kind of finish the halo underneath my eye. So I'm using that flat brush to kind of go to the end of my eye and in the corner of my eye, so that, like I said, to continue the halo. So with the Sigma E56 Performance brush, I'm going to grab the Stila Liquid Eyeshadow in Kitten Karma and finish the halo underneath with that beautiful, beautiful shade that sparkles and glitters so much. It is such a beautiful thing. I love this color. To finish my under eyes, I'm going to grab a Luxie 213 eye shading brush with Safe Word on it and kind of blend everything underneath so it's not so harsh, and it looks very, very flawless, almost like it was supposed to be there the whole time, because makeup is so natural. Next, to contour my face, I'm going to grab the Benefit Hoola Bronzing Powder, and I'm going to be applying that with a Morphe M527 brush. This brush is awesome. Excuse the fact that it's a smidge dirty. I haven't cleaned my brushes just yet, but hey, it still works. It's beautiful. I like to start at where my ear meets my hairline and then make it ombre towards the corners of my mouth. once I finish my cheeks, I kind of sweep the brush underneath my jawline, and I like to make an arrow pointing downward because the shadow actually makes it hide my double chin. So yeah, and then I like to contour my forehead, make sure that is beautifully contoured because Lord knows I have a massive forehead. Now I'm going to be contouring my nose using this Luxie 120 Detailed Round Blender brush. I like using this brush because it makes me feel like I have more control. I start at the bridge of my nose, working my way upward towards my eyebrows, and then sweeping it back down, making sure it's like an ombre effect as well, so that I have the least amount of product at the tip of my nose, because you don't want to look like you got lines on your nose, you mean. Yeah, no. And then on the other side, same motion. I start at the bridge of my nose, sweeping down, make sure I'm having a light touch when I'm going down towards the tip of my nose. Because my nose is not a slender nose, I have to do this because every girl wants a slender nose, not a cherry nose. So yeah, I kind of contour, put the bronzing powder there, also at the sides of my nose and at the underneath at the tip of my nose as well. Now to work on my highlight, I'm going to grab Jeffree Star's collab with MannyMua. This skin frost is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be applying it with a Morphe M438 brush, sweeping it on top of my cheekbones. I do like to put it above my eyebrows as well, kind of towards the temples as well. So high points of my face, cheeks, temples, and above the brows. Using my ring finger, I'm going to place some of that skin frost on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose to kind of intensify that nose contour that I just did, to make my nose seem nice and slender. Also placing it on my Cupid's bow to make my lips kind of pop, you know, pop, pop. I'm also going to set my face with Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day. I love to bathe in it. And I'll be right back. I'm going to finish my look.
So yeah, this is the look I came up with. It was super fun. Like I said, I wanted to do something definitely fun and colorful. So my YouTube channel is going to be, I don't even know, makeup, skincare, a lot of things that I'm going to be trying and doing. You may see a sneak peek of my children in it, just because I am a mom, and sometimes moms have to get ready with a little toddler running around or a little baby, you know, sitting on mommy's lap. So stay tuned for that. But if you like me and you like my channel and want to see more things, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to your girl, and I'll show you some love back. Thanks, and have a great day. I will do a get ready with me for real quick. Let me finish, okay?
I finished.
Give it. You stink.